cost me everything.
Well, then you shouldn't have come to Vegas.
My background may have changed since the last time we talked, Hilary.
Yes,
but
you're not in space anymore.
Right, but I'm still in the same corner.
Yes, yes. Well, I'm not going to Mars anymore. I'm going to hell.
Well, okay, we're going to get into that. No spoilers. But I will tell both of you right now, this film holds the record for me yelling at the screen going, no, 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 no. Oh my gosh. So yeah, you brought the intensity. Hilary, could you feel the adrenaline as you're filming this? Because seriously, I've seen a side of you now in this movie that I'm going, wow, I am never going to mess with her.
The good news is my husband said the same thing.
Woo!
Just kidding. He was like, oh, dang. No. So yeah, the intensity of this film, you know what? I love it. And when I met Deon essentially said to me, he was like, why haven't you done a film like this? And I was like, I don't know why. And it was just a no-brainer. You know, I saw The Intruder. I saw, I saw this enormous talent in Deon, and I just feel like he's like this rising star. And to be in one of his, like, in the beginning, and to have him believe in me and see me in something that I've never done before. And to see a script that's like this roller coaster ride that you don't know who done it. You don't know, we're all flawed. You're like, wait, is it that person, or is it that person, or is it that person? And had me guessing all the time, in a time that we can see everything coming. You know what I mean? Because we see so many movies all the time.
Don't you know what happens in Vegas seriously needs to stay in Vegas?
Yeah. Here's the catch. And I know you saw the film. Here's the thing. I didn't bring Vegas into my house. Remember that.
That's true.
Bring Vegas into my house. That wasn't my doing. So I was trying to live by the motto, so to speak, and it just brought me back in. It came and got me in such a way that I just yeah.
And I love the way that you position that with no spoilers, man.
That was hard. That was the hardest thing I've ever done right there.
Man, how insane is this story?
Look, it's a fun one. I think people can sit back and sort of watch people who have too much money, too much time in their hands, too much access, do things that they shouldn't do. You know, that's what happens. When you can, you will sometimes. And I think that's the difference between some people. It's like, if you have the access and you have the ability to do things, you tend to do them. And this is the story of sometimes you have a little too much fun and you make mistakes, and sometimes you regret them, and sometimes you're able to clean up your messes, and sometimes you're not. And so it's just one of those things where it's like a whodunit. It's a little bit of a chick flick, a little bit of a guy's movie. It's a little bit of fun for everybody. A little fatal attraction, template there. That thing that we see this femme fatale come in, and you're wondering what's going to happen next, and will this end well or not? And so I think there's a lot going on. So hopefully fans will enjoy it. Michael
Ealy, you've got Hilary Swank. I mean, Mike Colter, you've got an amazing cast to tell an amazing story. As a director, how proud are you?
Man, I'm Hilary probably, look, let me say something. She already knows I'm crazy, but this is probably the first day where she like, damn, he stays on 10. I really do. I'm just happy, man. I'm so happy. I'm so just blessed to be able to have Hilary Swank in this film. The movie is dope. She's awesome. The cast is crazy. And I just think, man, like it's kind of like that formula. Like when you look at it on paper, you go, Michael Ealy, Hilary Swank, what is this? But then the movie is just explosive. And I think we really, really, really made a special movie that has true energy in terms of what we live in day-to-day life. And I think it also is going to smack the hell out of audiences across the country in the next couple of days. They're gonna be like, damn, this is cold, man. Like I didn't know I was getting this. It's a surprise film.
I want to talk about your character, Rafe. The first thing that I thought about when I knew I was going to talk to you, I was like, do we need to pray for him?
Do we need to pray for? Well, I think people like him are they don't have a lot of guilt. They're not guilty people. Some people have a conscience and they're always worried about what people are going to think of them and disappointing people and trying to be good influences. And I don't think that's him at all. I think some people embrace their journey in life, and for them, I've talked to people like this, and I can't really blame them, because some people want to live forever. They want to live a long, happy life, and that life means they're living in a very low-key way. They're not making too many waves. Their experiences are sort of mild to intermediate. They're not living too fast. As long as they live a long life, they're happy. People like Rafe are like, hey, I'd rather live a good 50 than a slow 80. And so, that's just the way it is. And people like that are always more interesting because they throw caution to the wind. And when you're around people like that, it's infectious. And people like them want to go bungee cord jumping, or they want to get on a private plane and go out to Vegas for a bit and meet people and hang out with people they probably shouldn't hang out with and do things they shouldn't do. And they're not thinking about the future or having kids. That's not people like Rafe. That's not what they do. So if you have someone like Rafe in your life, then, good luck.
How thrilling was this? I mean, there are so many times that I literally screamed at the screen. I was like, no, no, no. And then, yes, it's just like thrilling, and the twists and the turns. As an actor, that had to be challenging for you because it is very intense.
It was extremely challenging. And I saw it on the page, right? Like when I read the script, the first one, I literally gasped because I just didn't see it. I didn't see it. It wasn't like scary. It was so deep. It was so like profoundly, oh, and it just took the whole piece and threw it off kilter, right? It just threw the whole thing off kilter. And then from that point, I was just very much engaged. And I think that's how the movie feels. Like once that happens and things kind of turn and you realize, oh, this isn't exactly what I thought it was. Okay. All of a sudden you got to buckle up and just go, because it's just it's gonna get tighter and tighter and tighter. And you just see this character unravel. And I've never read a script like that where my character it just gets worse and worse and worse as things go along.
Hey, man, you just summed it up. Hilary, got to ask, first thing you're going to do after this whole mess is over, the pandemic, first thing that you want to do is what?
I want to see my family.
That doesn't get better than that. And same thing for you, Deon. First thing you're going to do.
Man, I just want to go to the gym and play basketball with the guys, man. I do that. That was my whole thing. This has been I have not played ball with guys in a year, like went out and hooped in a year, man. So I'm looking forward to just being around people and being able to share laughter and stories. And, it's just been really, really hard, man, to be disconnected from the world, or you constantly have anxiety because you got 2 masks on, they got 3 masks on, and you still kind of like, damn, you all right? Like, just want that to be over, man.
Yeah, and I can't wait to get to the gym too and to travel. I miss connecting with human beings.
Tell me about working with Hilary Swank, because the intensity of the scenes that you two had after you were filming something that was so intense between the two of you, did you look at each other and say, hey, are you okay? Are you know what? And there's certain scenes that I'm talking about. You two are so in the moment, and that's what you do as actors. But afterwards, tell me about the cool down.
There's probably moments where, we definitely just walked away from each other. And then there were moments where we would hug it out. She's incredibly giving as an actor. Obviously she's, just dope. Yeah. And just intense and menacing and, ferocious in this particular performance. And I think, and there's vulnerability too. It's just kind of dope. So, we had to give each other space, and we worked really hard to be respectful of each other's space. It was kind of a dream collaboration in a lot of ways.
We're going to close with this. I read that you like to take on complicated characters. Is that what drew you to this film?
I think Rafe is less complicated, but just more intriguing for me because I felt like it was one of those characters that I hadn't played before and was going to sort of be, again, guilt-free, sort of conscious that was absent from this character, moral compass that wasn't necessarily there. And so I try to diversify my portfolio and not be seen as a person that, that likes to play always good guys or guys that have the best intentions. I don't think Rafe has bad intentions. I just don't think he particularly cares the outcome as long as he's having fun.